At this moment, your person is feeling a wave of insecurity within your connection. They're sensing a change in you, a shift in how you express your emotions. In the past, you openly showed your love and affection, which reassured them and kept them feeling secure. Now, however, you seem more reserved, and it's creating a sense of uncertainty in them. They feel the absence of your previous gestures, words, or small acts that once affirmed your commitment, and this has left them wondering about the future of your relationship. Despite these feelings, they perceive you as powerful and wise. The way you have handled difficult and painful situations in the past has left a lasting impression on them. They see you as someone resilient and intuitive, a person who understands life's complexities and isn't afraid to face challenges head-on. This strength makes them admire you even more, but it also intimidates them to some extent, because they know how capable you are of standing alone. It reminds them that while they desire this connection deeply, you're equally able to walk away if that's what's best for you. Yet, on a soul level, they know that you still love them. There's a deep inner sense that tells them you still want this connection to be part of your life. They can feel the bond between you, even if it's not being actively nurtured in the way it once was. However, they need reassurance. They're waiting for some kind of signal or indication from you that you're still invested, still interested, and still open to building something together. It doesn't have to be grand or overt. A simple call or text from your side would be enough for them to feel a renewed sense of comfort. They're hoping for this sign before they take the leap themselves because they're holding back out of fear that they might misinterpret your silence as disinterest. However, you don't need to say or do anything if you're not genuinely moved to do so. Letting them come to you on their own terms and in their own time is important for the growth of this connection. They need the chance to step out of their comfort zone and be proactive, to take initiative, and show you that they're willing to make an effort for this relationship. In the past, they may have been reluctant to make this effort. Perhaps they didn't prioritize you or didn't fully realize what they stood to lose. They might have taken for granted that you would always be the one to make the first move, to reach out, to keep the connection alive. But things are different now. You've pulled back, not out of disinterest but because you're allowing them the space to step up. This time, it's about them learning to meet you halfway. Your decision to sit back and allow them to take the lead has shifted the dynamic between you two. There's no longer a need for you to chase after them or prove your love repeatedly. You've already shown your commitment, and now it's their turn. This moment of silence, of pause, is essential. It's giving them the chance to recognize their feelings and take action from a place of genuine desire rather than obligation. No more running, no more chasing. Your energy is still present, but it's waiting, receptive, allowing them the chance to gather the courage to come forward. If they truly want to be with you, they'll need to step out of the shadows, to release whatever insecurities or hesitations have held them back. They'll need to express their feelings openly, without relying on you to draw them out. It's not about forcing them but about encouraging them to take responsibility for their role in the connection. You've made it clear through your actions that you value yourself and are willing to allow things to unfold naturally. This speaks volumes to them, showing that you are in a position of strength and self-respect. As they approach this moment of realization, they will likely feel a new motivation to bridge the gap. They understand, consciously or subconsciously, that you're no longer willing to carry the relationship on your own. This awareness might be the very thing that spurs them into action. They now have a chance to prove their dedication, to take the lead, and to show you that they're capable of meeting you at your level. This shift is significant for both of you. For them, it's an opportunity to step into a more mature and confident role within the relationship. For you, it's a chance to see if they can truly align with the values you hold dear: honesty, emotional openness, and a willingness to share the responsibility of nurturing your bond. If they take this opportunity to come forward, they'll be doing so from a place of genuine commitment, no longer taking you for granted. And if they hesitate, it may indicate they need more time to grow into the person who can fully invest in a relationship with you. Either way, this period of silence and self-reflection is essential, allowing each of you to gain clarity about what you want and what you're willing to contribute to this connection moving forward. Can we give this another try? I find myself constantly wondering if you think about me as often as I think about you. The truth is, I regret hiding my feelings from you when, from the very start, I was so undeniably drawn to you. Every part of me wanted to let you know just how much you meant to me. I knew deep down that my heart would always belong to you, no matter the circumstances. Looking back now, I can see how my hesitation and fear of rejection held me back from being honest about the connection I felt. But now, I can't stop imagining what things would be like if I had just been open with you. Our conversations keep playing in my mind, over and over again, like a cherished song on repeat. It's strange how even the smallest details stick with me. I remember the way you laughed, the way you looked at me when you thought I wasn't paying attention, and how easily you understood me in a way no one else ever has. These memories seem so close, yet out of reach, which makes me miss you even more. I can't shake this feeling that there's unfinished business between us, and it feels like this physical distance is only adding to the emotional longing we both feel. I sense that you feel this pain of separation too, and I wonder if, like me, you're also trying to distract yourself from it but can't. Being close to you made me realize how much I want to make you happy. I've never felt such an intense connection with anyone before, and it's almost overwhelming. This chemistry we have, it's not something that comes around every day, or even in a lifetime for most people. And it's not just physical or fleeting, it's something much deeper, a bond that feels both powerful and delicate at the same time. I've never felt this level of compatibility, where words aren't always needed to understand each other, where silence together feels as warm and comforting as laughter. It's unlike anything I've ever known, and it scares me to think I may have jeopardized it by hiding my true feelings. You might think that, because I'm surrounded by people or keeping busy, I'm happy. From the outside, it probably seems like I'm enjoying my life, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Inside, there's this emptiness I can't shake. No amount of socializing or keeping busy has been able to fill the space you left. The truth is, my heart aches every day. I feel lost, like a part of me is missing. People around me don't know the real story, and I sometimes wonder if they can tell that I'm just going through the motions. My heart feels incomplete without you near me, and every day that passes without you by my side feels like another reminder of what I'm missing. I was so afraid that you didn't love me as much as I love you, and I let that fear control me. I bottled up my emotions, convincing myself that it was safer that way. I didn't want to risk exposing myself to the pain of unrequited feelings. But I see now that I was wrong. You loved me, maybe even more than I loved you. Realizing that now fills me with regret because I can only imagine how things might have been different if I'd just been brave enough to be honest. If only I hadn't let my own insecurities cloud the truth of how you felt about me. Now, it feels like I may have missed the chance to be with someone who truly understood me, who truly cared for me in a way no one else has. Every day, I'm haunted by the thought that I could have lost something incredible. But I hold on to a small hope that maybe, just maybe, we can try again. I believe that our story isn't over. There's so much left unsaid, so much left unexplored. I want to make things right, to take back the words I left unspoken, and to show you the side of me that you never fully saw. I know it's a lot to ask, but I'd like us to give it another chance, if you're open to it. Your partner is going through a profound emotional awakening, feeling the weight of their choices and the impact of their actions in a way they may not have anticipated. They find themselves in a vulnerable state, feeling the depth of regret and sadness from the mistakes they made in your relationship. As they reach out to you, often overcome with tears, they are beginning to understand and resonate with the things you once shared, the words that may have seemed like only advice or expressions of concern. The reality is hitting them hard, and they are finally seeing that the truths you tried to share were not just observations but reflections of the depth of your understanding of the relationship. They are now fully aware that the feelings they have for you are deeper and more profound than they originally allowed themselves to admit. Their heart has started to open to the realization that, all along, you've meant more to them than they let on. They may not have shown it in the ways you would have expected, but their current state reveals that their connection to you is much stronger than they allowed themselves to express. Now, they feel compelled to leave the past behind, the regrets, the unresolved arguments, the hurtful moments, and seek reconciliation with you. This yearning for a fresh start, free from past mistakes, has become an anchor for them, a light guiding them back to the love they once shared with you. One of the deepest secrets they're coming to terms with is that, in their heart, they've always considered you their dream person, the person they'd hoped to build a future with. Yet, fear has been a constant barrier for them. The thought of opening up fully, of showing you the raw, unguarded parts of themselves, was terrifying. In the past, they were held back by the fear of emotional vulnerability, which may have led to misunderstandings or missed opportunities to connect on a more intimate level. They recognize now that this fear only served to push you away, and their hesitance has caused them to lose precious moments that could have strengthened your bond. They see you as someone with the ability to remain strong and unbothered even through difficult times, a quality that only magnified their internal struggle. Observing your resilience, your capacity to move forward and not let hardship wear you down, brought both admiration and pain. Their heart aches when they think about the times they watched you carry on, seemingly unaffected by their silence, while they battled sadness and regret on their own. In the quiet of their own mind, they're realizing that their current life, without the warmth of your connection, feels incomplete and unfulfilling. They are unhappy with where they find themselves, recognizing that their life lacks the joy and meaning it once held. It has become clear to them that the decisions they made, the moments they let slip by, have led them to this place of loneliness and yearning. They can't escape the feeling that things could have been different if they had been braver, more open, and more willing to embrace the vulnerability that comes with love. The weight of regret is something they carry with them daily. They feel the sorrow of having hurt you, and they can no longer ignore the consequences of their actions. In their heart, they regret the pain they caused, the times they didn't reach out, the moments they left you feeling isolated or misunderstood. They're reflecting deeply on these mistakes, and with each passing day, their determination to make things right only grows stronger. They are envisioning ways to bridge the distance between you, making plans to mend the wounds and rebuild the trust that may have been strained. Their hope for reunion has become a driving force in their life, and they find themselves constantly praying for the chance to reconnect with you. Sleepless nights have become their new normal, as they lie awake thinking about what could have been and what might still be possible. In the silence of the night, they confront their own feelings, and the loneliness becomes a reminder of the absence of the person they care about most. They are searching for ways to make amends, holding on to the hope that, despite everything, you might still welcome them back into your life. They yearn for another chance, a fresh start where they can show you their true feelings, without the fear that once held them back.